I got my new thing imported. I got the Chris in the order. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it. Look what I did with the bag. Look what I did with the bag. I got the thing in the back, and I ain't taking no chat. I got my new thing imported. I got the Chris in the order. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford.
Follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show.
Unfiltered people, we're back up in the building. Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. Before we do anything today, people, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. People, you already know what time it is, man. Head over to the Clips channel right now and hit that subscribe button, man. We're active over there. Express Truth Clips. Now, people, we know what we're here for, man. We're definitely going in today. So let me not even do no long intro. Let me bring in my co-host, Stephen Brown. Stephen, what you saying, man?
Yo, Express Truth Show, back up in the building, man. We say it's the greatest show on earth. Your favorite podcast. Changing the world one Thursday at a time. Ready to kick it off like a game of FIFA, man. But before we do so, talk to me nice, G.
Everything's blessed, Stephen. No complaints. Everything's blessed.
I got
As
big
you know,
boy complaint. Yo, is that camera on me? Well, no, it's not. Is that mic on me?
Yes, it is.
You can hear me?
Yeah, man.
Me upset, you know?
Break it down.
Me upset. No, man, me can't break it down, man. But you know when me attack. I'm still away for 2 delivery. Me upset, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're talking offshore, yeah? Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Christmas, you know? What, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, we soon come.
Coming like I might have to tip this anyway. Go through.
So what you saying, before we get into this conversation, what you saying, Stephen? How's things going, man?
Yo, I'm blessed like a pair of chicken breasts, you know?
Proper thing.
Getting my rest. You know we do it the best. Better than all the rest. What you saying, G?
We're here, man. We're here. A lot of action is going on, Stephen. A lot of action. So what you saying? Start the show. Matter of fact, Patreon crew, if I haven't said this already, Patreon crew, big up yourselves, man. Patreons, man. The Patreons, I'm telling you, like, yo, where's the show? Yo, when you going to cover this? I'm like, yeah, man, we're here, we're active, but they keep us on our toes, man. Patreons, big up yourself. Okay, no long thing. Let's go into this thing. Let me build a little picture, Stephen, before we rush into this, right? Let me build this picture. Because, matter of fact, actually, people are weird on this internet, you know. People are very, very weird on this internet.
For free, rude boy.
But what you have to remember is, you see, when you press record on this internet, everything's here to stay, you know. So you can go back into the archives. So, let me break this thing down. 2022, September, I go to Jamaica. When I get to Jamaica, Bare Express Truth listeners are saying, we would like you guys to cover the Chris Kaba shooting. Not only me, but Stephen also said, nah, people, wait for more details of this case to come out before we cover this. We don't know nothing. There's no justice. But man need to talk. This is what I'm saying. A man even called me at the time. Go along to get along. Now, you may say, what do you mean? You're lying. No, I'm not. Go back to that show and listen to it after you listen to this. They called me, go along to get along. Anyway, we done the show. The whole show speculation. The whole of the show is speculation. You know why? Because we do not know anything in regards to the details of this case at the time. So, we do it anyway because we're here for the people. And it's all speculation. So we don't get no closer to what's going on. Anyway, fast forward 6 months. The officer in question then gets arrested. Again, Express Truth listeners, yo, Mark, Stephen, yo. We say, okay, cool, we'll talk about it. We go up on there, we talk about it. What do we say? A load of speculation. You know why? Because we do not know what actually happened in the situation. Right. Now, fast forward to yesterday, or fast forward to 2024 October. the officer gets cleared. Now, people are acting like they don't know that we now have a clips channel. That don't just mean new clips. That means old clips. Now, Clips posted this, reason being to say, yo, these guys predicted that nothing would happen to the officer in question. Everything else is speculation. It was simply posted because Clips were trying to show, man, yo, these man got it right again. No matter the circumstances surrounding it, that's the sole reason it was posted. People really started to show their ass. Yo, man are supporting this. Man are supporting standing behind that. To where I'm personally replying to every comment saying, no, this is old. Yo, this is old. So let's get into it now. So what's the update? Let's go into the update. This Chris Kaba situation, we now find out that Chris put his foot down on the pedal when the police tried to stop him. Yeah, that's the first thing. They also release a video of the night before or a few nights before of Chris being involved in a shooting. I'm not like you, man. I don't need to say booting. It's a shooting. Ain't no booting.
Yeah, after Notting Hill Carnival episode, I must say.
Yeah, so we see this video. Yeah, so I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Then we hear a load of other stuff that we're going to keep to allegedly. That changes the narrative, just like we said before. Now, a bag of people are still standing on the side of justice, A, B, or C. But I ain't taking back no talk. And for them brothers that are taking shots, you know who you are, man.
Get the fuck out of here,
You know who
man.
you are, man.
Please, get the fuck out of here,
You know
man.
who you are, man. You know, for them brothers that are, just listen. We're not saying that. You know what I'm saying is, and I ain't taking back no type of talk.
What I'm saying, Mark.
Come through, Stephen. Just come through.
Whoever was saying that, Socklow and Docklow, like I'm saying that, yeah, you got an issue. Come and talk to me, innit?
Facts.
That's all it is.
Facts. You wanna come through?
Yeah,
Stephen?
let me just
come in. There's a lot to say. Lot to say.
Two piece.
Lot to say. Come through.
So, news really broke of this update. What was it? Yesterday?
Yeah.
No, yesterday. So what was that? Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago. Tuesday. I'm getting the days confused. Apologies, people. So Tuesday. So it came out that it was not guilty. People are kicking off. People are protesting, marching again. Then it later comes out that he was involved with No, I'm lying. Let's get it in chronological order. So the verdict comes out. A few hours later, the nightclub footage comes out of the shooting. Then it comes out that the courts have fully opened and given the press the ability to talk on his previous convictions and things he was affiliated with, etc., etc. And if you were one of these people who were blindly going along and saying, "Oh, my man's a saint, my man would never do anything," yeah, da. If you look at all of the reports and the past convictions and the past charges, whatever, they're saying this was a notorious gang member. This was causing detriment to the community. Forget all of that, even just the nightclub shooting, Mark, even if that would have been a one-off isolated incident, you got caught up in a passer, you chasing down ops. Man's in club bursting. English. Man's in the club shooting. Letting off a firearm. You could have hit anyone. What if you would have hit your child? What if your child would have caught a stray bullet and passed away? Would you still be marching and all of this? No, you have to keep the same energy. You see what the title was called, man? Saint or sinner, man.
Real facts.
Like, we need to be honest. Man ain't trying to talk ill of the dead, but the brother was clearly no choir boy.
Facts. And
So
this is the thing. Sorry, Steve. You know what, Stephen? Apologies for cutting you off. It's a high pace. It's a very high pace show tonight. I'm gonna just say this.
Go on.
You know how many? Forget just the Caribbean community, but even the African community. You know how much of the elders have tried to talk to these men and say, "Yo, take it easy, my youth. Slow down." But nah, yeah, I'm a bad man. I'm a gun man. Yeah, man, I got the bootings. When I'm in the bootings, when I'm in the shootings. That's all you man are on. So what do you think? Now you can't expect me to be walking singing "We Shall Not Be Moved" for man that are matching up the community. What if my man would have tried to kill one of my youths? What if he would have tried to send one of my youths to country? What I'm saying is, there are certain things that we get behind, yes. But there are other things that we just can't get behind, people, as a community. Any man who is not pushing the community forward, yeah, why are we putting any kind of rallying behind that person? Now, the elephant in the room, that the media and the system will portray a man as A, B, or C. But people, what are you going to try to tell me now? This is what I'm saying about some of these men in today's world, you know. Yeah, but you don't know. Yeah, but you don't know, man. The system. Did we not see him on video doing this? Did we not see him on video? We're going to get to the day in question in a minute. But did we not see him on video doing this? It weren't no pestilence in any other community. It was a pestilence in our community.
Keeping up a drilling and all that.
When I was younger, Stephen, I had this book called Cops and Robbers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you now, you see that book, it put things in perspective for me, even as a youth, because I knew, if I'm going to be a robber, yeah, then the cops are going to be on me. I don't want these cops on me. So the first thing's this, Stephen, from when armed police come and say, yo, stop the vehicle, and you don't stop, what we doing here? Because
Mark.
Last thing, Stephen, I beg you, last thing.
Go on.
We're Jamaican. Yeah, we're Jamaican. Let's say our people don't take the trip to the UK and we don't end up being born here. Do you think in yard police know that a man allegedly was involved with these bootings, yeah, and they're coming to arrest him?
He might not even reach the police.
They're coming to send man to Dovecot.
Next gunman will probably take you out.
They're coming to send man to Dovecot. If you don't know what that is, that's what they're coming for. So I'm saying, there's no African country, there's no Jamaican, there's no Caribbean country, there's damn near nowhere in America where when you put your foot down like that, full force at the feds, what do you expect them to do? Now, in a high-paced situation like that, maybe could they have destabilized him? Yeah. Should they have destabilized him? Yeah. But they didn't. But he still put his foot down. Every action has a reaction. Foresight's better than hindsight. Stephen, come true, please.
Yeah, I was just going to add something onto the night in question, because everyone a few people have said, oh, do you know that he was unarmed? And, oh, they didn't know it was him. So my rebuttal to that is, because people are trying to say, oh, the car was linked to some other crime. Are you sure? It's like you don't give the feds. I know know people don't like the police and all that, but it's like you don't rate the feds. It's like you think they're all stupid. Do you know how much evidence and information they will have on you before they come and get you?
Fact.
Because my whole thing is why that made me scratch my head when they tried to say they didn't know it was Chris in the car. Why was it an armed response to the car, Mark?
They had intelligence on the car, Stephen. They had intelligence on the actual car.
That it was involved in a shooting?
Allegedly, yeah.
Okay, so more time he would have known that. Or maybe you didn't know that, but I'm assuming it's a ringer and it's a dinger. You got it off one of the man them. You're driving it now. You see armed Jakes coming at you, yeah. You see the armed police coming at you. You're trying to ram car and get away. First, A, that's your first mistake. B, you should have and it's going to sound mad. I would have complied and been as calm as possible, because you have to think about it. Whether you got away or you didn't get away, it's 2024. It was 2022, but it's the 21st century. There's cameras everywhere. Look how they got you in damn near 4K doing the shooting. Even if you didn't get picked up for that, they knew that you did it. So as soon as they identify you, they probably will be like, oh, this is a high risk subject. Authorization to shoot if seem necessary. It's going to be them moves there, Mark. So you should be moving slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, man.
Yeah,
you know how the police are. You know how the police are anyway. But then you're known to the police. You're an active gunman. You go on drillings. You're keeping up madness in the area. You can't be jerking and trying to like John Wicket or Transporter or whatever rubbish and get away. Like that's not. We live in the real world, man. It's not GTA 5.
Yeah, facts. Man are watching too much movies. This is what I'm saying. When them people come for you, from your playing that game, yeah, I'm telling any man this straight, yeah, no matter whether you're moving bits, no matter whether you're on road with firearms, no matter what it is, that day is going to come, yeah, unless you're some mastermind, when them people are gonna come, they're gonna pull up, you know. This is England, you know, they're going to pull up. This is what we've been saying. And when they pull up, yeah, they don't pull up friendly like that. They don't. Now, should they? Yes, that's another conversation. But my thing is, the community looks stupid. Any man who's still backing this, making the community look stupid, I'm telling you straight, you're making the community look stupid because, remember, okay, we're not talking ill of the dead, you know, and nothing but love goes out to the family. But you see, if I raise a youth, Stephen, and I know to myself, yo, I done my best with the youth, I work hard for the youth, I made sure that he had a roof over his head, etc., etc., and he takes up himself to talk about I'm a driller and I'm on up blocks and all of that. Yo, I'm done. I'm sorry, when you run into the feds, you can't expect me now to be barling and picking up picket sign for you. I can't do it. I cannot do it. This weren't like no Stephen Lawrence where man just jumped on him and murked him. This weren't a situation like that. Meaning, this is a man who's involved in that world. If it wasn't that world, yeah, is a world that we have to make these brothers know that, yo, it ends only one of two ways. With a prison sentence or with death. Man don't end up retired in the hills. Nope. Not from our community, but there's too much man that glorify this lifestyle. There's more serious conversations to have, because what I don't like is how the family were made to look silly after the fact. Now remember, you know, no matter what brothers want to say about the system, you know, no matter what man want to say about the system kept quiet for damn near 2 years. I never said nothing. They never released nothing. You know, if I was part of the system, let's really talk. Let's say I was part of the system. Stephen, I'm leaking things, you know.
Immediately.
Because as them videos come out, there's no defense. There's no defense to all them brothers in London and that are doing these little clips and all of that. You can't defend it. You cannot. Now, the kill shot, that's where the questioning comes in. Like, yo, you man didn't really need to execute. But with me, how many times have I said, people, how many times have I said, foresight is better than hindsight and prevention's better than cure? From when the brother knew, yo, I ain't got nothing on me, you should have never tried to get away. Then people will be like, but they didn't know it was him. But this, but that. From you knew you never had nothing, and then people come and you see that these people have got firearms, stop the car. Simple. Stop the car. But at the end of the day, they knew and he knew, we're going to say allegedly because it's allegedly, he knew, yo, something's mad here, something's going on here. Because only he knows what he was into. But when my mom and my sisters and all that are on the news crying and talk about justice for Mark and all of that, and then when you check it, this is the life I was living. And I'm telling you straight, all due respect to the family, we would never disrespect the family. But if you knew that your brother was on, that your brother or son was on road, you can't be on ITV.
You can't be on national TV.
You can't be. You gotta charge it to the game because that's the game you played. Just like I was saying it earlier about you remember that guy Stephen, the crocodile hunter, and he used to go around like jumping on crocodiles. The Australian guy, Steve Irwin. You know, so that my man jumped in and a stingfish or whatever stung him in his chest.
Stingray.
A stingray stung him, Stephen, and the brother did dead. Now, when you go on the internet, you know, when you watch his family and all that, you know what they say? Yeah, well, you know, Steve, that's what he was into, you know. He was into wildlife and the same thing he loved killed him. And that's what I'm saying to these man on road. Like,
same thing you love
will kill you. You want to be a bad man, it ends one of two ways. I'm fed up with the community flip-flopping. So in one breath, a brother gets stabbed. Oh, the knife crime needs to stop. Oh, the youths need to stop. Next breath.
But then when the feds actually do something like the justice you're crying for and take out a perpetrator, we shall overcome someday.
Well, the feds, they're not the judge in terms of, they should have probably put the kill shot in. But from when he put his foot down, there's no argument. From when he put his foot down, and for the fact that there's folks leaving comments like to say, we was defending that. When we're one of the few Even here in Brum, who was calling out the nonsense, where all these so-called community activists and all that align themselves with brothers like that talking about, you gotta understand. I don't need to understand nothing, man. From you mashing up the community, me and you don't need to have no conversation about nothing.
But what?
I ain't the community that made your dad leave or nothing. I'm fed up of hearing them excuses, man.
I'm sick of that excuse, man.
Fed up of hearing them
Look how much
excuses.
people have single parent households. Come on, man.
And furthermore from that, not for you, man, that joined certain gangs in Brum, your mum and dad worked full-time, had good jobs, raised you properly, you had on new trainers all the time. You chose that lifestyle.
Because you're a prick.
Sorry to keep shouting and feeling it today. And then it's like, oh, well, you know, these youths are the need of chance. These men ain't no youths.
Right,
What is
Mark,
a youth to you?
Let's not.
Big old man with you and lying down and putting juice in, girl. You're not no youths. I'm fed up with these, man. Yeah, these brothers are youth. You look a big old grey back 31-year-old. Not my man, other people. Come through, Stephen. Come through.
No,
Hit
I just
that
want to
like
say
button.
this part because I just want to address this as well that I've seen online. People saying like, but police shouldn't be judge, jury, and executioner. Of course not. Of course there shouldn't be. But what we're trying to say is, if you're known to the police as an armed assailant, and then, like Mark said, they try and stop you, you ram in the cars, you're doing all this kind of madness, you're moving crazy erratic, your hands are probably going all over the place. They're going to assume that you've got things on you and that you're going to reach and you're going to squeeze. And in that moment, that's like it's like what they always say in America. I feared for my life.
Yeah, fact.
Now we don't know. I'm not that geezer and I'm not making no excuses. All I can do is sit on the fence and swing foot. You see me? But you'd have to put yourself in. For all we know, it could be true. He could just be saying it as a defense to get off. But he didn't even need to say it as a defense to get off. Because we said it on the show, and I'm fed up with all these things. Because Mark can attest to this. Like, I wasn't even too excited, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, cake. I wasn't even too excited to cover this again.
Yeah, come on, fam. I can back that up. I can back that up. Facts.
Because I know, just like everything else, we come down like nigger damis, predict what's gonna happen. People act like, oh no, la, fingers in the ears, hands over their eyes. But then some Instagram twat will say it and like, yeah, mine was always talking facts. We said this ages ago. All you fucking idiots as well, because Mark's nice, I'm not nice. Who's commenting bullshit on the clips. That's an old video from 2 years ago where we predicted the situation. It's not what's going on now. If you look on there, it says fucking flashback. What does a flashback mean to you? You absolute prick.
Facts.
The educational system must have failed you.
It's failed, brothers. The UK educational system has failed, brothers, talking about, yo, you man are supporting. Look, we're the ones who said, yo, this is why brothers need to move accordingly and stop getting involved in certain things and move in a certain way. There's no such thing as a boogeyman. There's no such thing as Debo, people. Too many men have watched Friday and they think that Debo character's real. But by the end of the movie, the man got licked out with a brick.
Lick with a brick.
His head got licked off with a brick. So all that bad man thing, them days are done. Especially for you, man, that I got grey in your beard. You got a pot belly. Them days are done. You got a youth who's damn near taller than you. Them days are done, folks. Them days are done. The bad man business is an immature business. Now, let's get into the other side of the coin now. The police. Now, the police or the system or the media or whoever you want to say, of course, they're going to use what they can use on their side to try and justify the thing. The second they show a video of a man participating in a shooting, for me, it's done right there.
That's a wrap.
It's done right there for me. Now, I'm not saying these men are not judges, but when you put your foot down, there's not too many that are going to argue with it. And you've seen there's not too many that are going to argue with it. Now, you really expect them to lock up their officer when a vehicle was coming at him full-fledged to a man who what they're alleging. Now, people are like, yeah, but the media, they can twist it and make you look a certain way. Forget the media then. We ain't the judge. But when certain things are even being alleged, and then you're seeing certain videos, all you can do is say to yourself, why? What can I say? I'm not saying the brother deserve nothing, but yo, when you mix up in certain lifestyle, you have to know what it is. This is not race related. Now, some man will say, and I've had conversations today, well, if it was a white brother, they wouldn't have burst that quick. I know that to be true. That's why I move accordingly. I ain't begging for change. I just move accordingly. I tell man straight, 0 criminal record. Stephen, 0 criminal record. You think that happened by mistake? We move accordingly. We're in the same city, you know, navigating the same streets, you know, but we move accordingly. Certain other men don't know how to move accordingly. You're not going to get a fair shot. I'm fed up with brothers thinking that a man knows that it's you're a black brother. Already, a man's probably thinking aggression. Just like when feds will get called, little family argument, feds will get called or whatever. 10 feds come for a man. 10 feds, but it met you call feds, it's going to be a one man or something they call, or probably even just a community fed or something. But if police get called on you, they're going to send all 10, 15 man for you because they have this idea of us to be aggressive. That's the idea they've got. You can't stand behind this. People, you can't stand behind.
Yeah, I don't see after what's been presented, I don't see what kind of defense you can draw. You can argue and you can ibble and quibble and if you're a known gunman to the police, yeah, you're a known gang member, you're a known firearms carrier. How else do you think the police are gonna come for you? Do you think they're gonna gently knock on the door and tell you to stick the kettle on and then, do you mind getting in the back of the car? Like, come on, man. Don't give them an excuse. People love to say, if he was white, puss and dog don't have the same luck, you know. Your people never tell you like that. Don't push your luck, man. You know there's already an asterisk on us for being black. You have to move accordingly. But then you want to be black and then move like Blood Clot, Sully and Deshane. What do you think is going to happen, man?
Facts.
You didn't see what happened you didn't see what happened. They both got their heads blown off, man.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying, man. They're talking about, Top Boy and Red. It's a film, people. It's a film. Sully and Deshane don't make it to 30 in real life. They don't make it to 30. If you're moving like that recklessly, you don't make it to 30 in real life. Now, at the end of the day, I get it. A lot of men have lost their way. But a lot of people have helped these men lose their way because they live in a certain life. There's man round me, you know, Stephen. Not meaning round me, but brothers that I know. If their name I'm telling, matter of fact, what you saying is, it's unfiltered. It's unfiltered. All right, it's unfiltered. There's man I know, you know, if I heard their head got blown clean off, I'd be wondering what were they involved in? Because that's how brothers move. There's certain men who move like to say that they're untouchable and try and be Debo and try and scam people and try and bully people and all of that. And eventually, them people are going to bite back. And if them people don't bite back, the system will. That's just how it works out. The energy you put out there is coming back. Now, did they need to deliver the kill shot? The answer's no. But I'm going to say for the third or fourth time that when you put your foot down, it's almost like all bets are off because you've gone at them. So if they don't shoot, what happens? What happens now? The family, man, I'm going to say it's sad how the family have been embarrassed. I seen a video today with, I believe it was 3 women that are family to him. And the only thing I can guess is that they didn't know the life that he allegedly led, because you know what it is, Stephen, you know, like there's a lot of people that will, in our community, they will lie to their people and say like, I'm a car salesman, or I buy and sell cars, or I do this. But really he's on road. So if something happens to him, his mom don't really, you know what I mean? She's talking up for him. But it's like, I'm going to say it like I've said it time and time again. You see you black folks in the UK, yeah? Caribbean, I'm talking to directly now. From you're a descendant of the Caribbean, listen to this argument now. You got children and you ignore every authority figure that tries to talk to you about this child. nursery teacher, school teacher, college, his first job. Everybody, why they just got it out for my son, you know? They just got it out for my son. Why
This
they
is what
got it
the
out
end
for my
result
son?
is, man.
Eventually, your son is gonna stand up in front of someone that you can't cuss out. And you know who that person's gonna be? A policeman, a judge, a jewelry. And he's gonna stand up in front of them people and you can't cuss them people out. Now, when something bad goes wrong, you're on TV bawling and all of that.
Facts.
But we've led a lot of these brothers to that water. Allow them now to drink. You've led them there. And it's a bagger, man. I'm talking about, man, I even know. They come home from prison. Man are popping bottles and all of that. But a man bosses a little college course. He can't even get a chocolate, Stephen. He can't even get a 2-peg Kit Kat through the foil.
Yeah, Mark, we know how it goes, man. Man can't even get half a Toblerone. We know how the thing goes, man, because we're opposite. Like, it's like we only celebrate negativity. And then just back to the argument with the mothers cussing, you have to also look at the flip side, Mark. So you'll have those that defend all kinds of nonsense, but then you also have the other side that will put down their child for everything that they do.
Facts. That's another side too, Stephen. That's
Which
another
can
side
both
too.
have negative end effects.
Real talk.
So neither one is good, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. And some guys do look for that praise from their mother. That's a fact. But all I know is there's not no, for a man to be called into question like that, I'm going to tell you the truth. Most platforms were putting up a defense as we were. Like, we were trying to look at what the situation was. We were giving the benefit of the doubt. Yo, even if he was living that life. But once you see the footage, I'm going to be real with you right now.
I ain't got no defense no more.
Nah, facts. But once you see the footage, I'm going to be real with you right now. And I'm surprised the guy even got arrested, you know. I'm gonna keep it real.
Mark,
I gotta keep this thing 1,000.
You're talking facts, but let's be honest, Cake. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
but we
man.
know how this thing goes. There was probably no arrest, or there was no pending prosecution. They probably did a little baby internal investigation. Yo, you shot my man. He was a known XYZ. Don't have to worry about that. And like I said at the time, or you said, or we said, I can't remember. All of these things is pandering. It's pandering to the community and to the people and to the audience and to the public. So they think like, oh no, this is being taken serious, especially when they know you were up to things. The only time they might actually do an investigation, Mark, is if it was an innocent party. So you know, like how they're always shooting people in America.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had a gun, but he was holding a chocolate bar and all them nonsense there that they do. That'll probably be the only time it's investigated properly. This, where they know you're a gunman and all, them say, yo, just sit down for 2 years. All right, them stop that now. Put out the footage.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you straight. I'm keeping it 1,000. You know, this goes out to mostly you, man, running around, bro. But if you, man, are running around with straps and all that, thinking this thing is the wild, wild west, I want my youths to be able to be safe on these streets. I want them to be safe, and not only that, I want other man's youths to be safe on these streets. Your mother should be able to walk out there, no matter where you're from, and feel comfortable. So anything that's kind of putting that in danger, I'm against it. I'm telling man straight, anything that's willing to really discharge a firearm or any of that, I'm against that. Simple. Like going on the internet and all of that and going on the news, for me, they couldn't pay me to go on the news to talk about no kind of defense. Because we look silly as a community. And you know, a brother made a point today to me. He goes, yo,
Go on.
he'd rather we deal with the dregs of our society than the system deal with them. But we can't deal with them.
How?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, wait. Let me not be so negative immediately.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, but how would you suggest we do that? Because if you have to remember, like, a parent, whether it's a single or a 2-parent household, can't control this man from he was young coming up. Now you have big, hardback, silverback, hard-faced looking Negro set in your ways. how can anyone tell you anything now?
Exactly. I've seen my own dad, tell man, behave yourself, you're gonna mash up your life. I've seen my dad say that to man, Stephen. God strike me if I'm lying. Yo, brother, behave yourself. Yo, calm down, man. Calm down. Same, brother. Same, man. I've seen them hand years to man. Man don't want to listen because they think that they know what's best. So when a big man who's seen it all trying to talk to them, they don't want to take the teachings. And then now, I'm just telling man straight, I'm not marching for anyone who's involved in any kind of road activity.
I can't do it, man.
I can't do it.
My soul won't let me, man. My spirit can't take to it.
Innocent brother who's not involved in nothing and feds kill him. Different argument. The show's different today, but
even then, I don't want to march. I'd rather try and wait. Okay, I'd rather try and reach out behind the scenes because I feel like marching when we do it's pointless because it's supposed to be you protest.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a demonstration, innit? So you're supposed to let's say, all right, I'll give you an example. You have them stop oil or is it stop oil? You know them idiots? Them
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know you're talking.
You know how, I'm not praising them for their efforts because they're idiots, because they're just annoying the general public. But you know how they sit in the road and stuff? That's a protest. That's a demonstration. Like, you're supposed to disrupt something. So you sit on all the buses or something, or you sit in front of them, or you sit in the garage so they can't move, or you know what I mean? Or you block people from getting on the you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying those are good, but that's how you disrupt the flow of normalcy. But that's usually the first stage. All we ever do is the protest. What's after the protest? You protest, you get the attention. Then what? Like I always say, do you have an elected leader to be able to go and talk if Keir Starmer draws for you? Or police constable so-and-so and so-and-so?
Exactly. And another thing is this, enough people go on like they don't know this, but I'm here to tell the people them that if you really feel so strongly about this, go and collect 100,000 signatures. All you man doing spoken word and all of that, yeah?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please get the fuck out of here, man.
Go and get 100,000 signatures and then take it to the House of Parliament. That's all you got to do. Go round to all these communities in London, fly Brum, fly Liverpool, fly Manchester, fly Bristol, Leeds, Nottingham, wherever else. Go there and get 100,000 signatures, then go and say you want justice. Man, I'm fed up with the road thing ruining our community. We are the fathers, the real fathers, the real people that want to see the community push forward. We're fed up. We're fed up with the road thing. Like, if mans want to do that, do it, innit? But we're fed up of it interfering with what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got so much more. Okay, we understand that there is an issue. I don't want to completely dismiss that. There is an issue. There's been brothers right here in Brum where the police have used brute force against these brothers. But for me, I don't need to worry about the police using no brute force against me unless they're giving me a parking ticket or something like that.
I don't listen. I can speak for you as well. I see the police and there's no fear in my heart because I'm not up to nothing.
Nothing at all. They can stop us.
Usually when man are crying about feds, it's because you're a delinquent. Like, people love to say, oh yeah, because I'm black and that. Listen, mans have both grown up in the ends. I've never had issue with police like that in my life.
You see, facts. And I can tell you.
Or gangs or nothing like that in my life.
Nothing. This is what I'm trying to say, that we got to be careful what we rally behind. And the media, of course, the media are going to spin things a certain way. But when you really check it, just go onto the TikTok and read the comments. And people are even like, yo, the black community owe the police an apology. That's what people are saying, So
I don't blame
the police knew that, yo, watch when we hit them with this. Watch them when we hit them with this. Let's see what I go on. And then you still got man saying, nah, but rare. And I get it. Brother that I was talking to earlier, I get what he's saying. Like, yo, why don't we should deal with the dregs? But who's got time to take up that? What are you going to do? I couldn't take it up, Stephen. You couldn't take it up.
I
So,
would take it,
so
but I want to know how. How would you go about it?
That's what I'm saying. If a man in the comments or whatever, if a man can lay out, then how would you police that? If a man, you gotta understand what kind of risk. You're in England, you know. This is England, you know. Do you understand what kind of risk is involved with not only letting a firearm off, but having a firearm?
Exactly.
You know what kind of risk is involved with that? So if you're willing to bark that, that shows me that your mind's in a different place. How do we police that? You can't police that. Impossible. You can't police it. So I get it that people are upset and everything like that. But I do feel like with this one, folks, it's misplaced anger. And someone said it earlier, and I have to agree, that there's been more of an uproar about this than Sasha Johnson, where members of the community went into a party with a crowd, with an audience, and shot a woman in the head. Yeah? And there's been more uproar about this than about that. And that shows me that things are wrong. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm telling you straight, love goes out to the family. Because at the end of the day, they don't see a man who's in a gang. They don't see a man who's got guns. They see their son. They see their brother. But this is what you do when you embarrass your family. I felt it for the man. I felt it for them, seeing them on the news. Then you went into the comments, and I'm keeping it real, Stephen. 99.9% of the comments, people were like, yo, you lot are still putting up a defense. Like, after you know what my man was on and the fact that he put his foot down. Like, it's just, I'm just telling you, like, me personally, you already know the answer to topics. Like, prevention's better than cure. Foresight's better than hindsight. I'm going to always say that. Like, he don't put his foot down. That don't happen. And a lot of men will say, yeah, but he was probably scared. Oh, so you're scared when the white man comes, but when it's time to bark at men that look like you're not scared. Come on, man.
Get the fuck
on,
out
man.
of here, man.
Please,
Please get the fuck out of here, man.
I keep it real. So
These
you're not
men are
scared.
turning into John Wick, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Man, see black brothers coming, they turn into John Wick. But then when the feds are coming, man, I got them big puppy dog eyes and get scared. What? It don't even make sense. And at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say it like this, man. You got now another child because his girl was pregnant at the time. So now another child grows up without a father. See what I'm saying? For what? For what? It just don't make sense. And then some people are still trying to hold on to, they took his watch and all of that. Come on, man, it's police. Man act like it's in training day and all them kind of things. This ain't the Bobby on the beat. This is a proper police. These are proper CID, walkie-talkies, them kind of, this ain't no PC blood. This is man that, you know, police, yo, Rolex, yeah, yo. All right, okay, I don't want to slander them, but yo, Rolex, yo, hold that. You see what I mean? Because it's only going to go into a plastic
I never
bag.
even heard a part of it, fam.
Yeah, they're like, they haven't returned the Rolex and all of that. Apparently he's wearing a Rolex. And they're like, what happened to it? I'm saying, yo, Trey, look, like, I know it's a movie, but you think these men are going to be like busting into a flat right now, cost of living, man's making all 30 grand a year, nothing's going in. He busts into a flat, there's 200k. What do you think he's going to say, Stephen?
Sarge, we recovered the drugs, 10k is a white and 50k in cash.
There you go. Man, like they didn't watch the bill. Well, the bill wasn't really like that.
Kate,
but
there was one the other day. I think it might have been a Mancunian officer. I think it was Manchester or Liverpool. He got done because he was selling whites that they recovered. He was selling them. I think he was from Manchester and he was selling them in Liverpool. He got nabbed.
See what I'm saying? There you go. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we can't, or like, you know what it is? I feel like a lot of men put up a defense for it because they know that their people them's living a certain way too. And if that day, or they're living a certain way, and if that day comes, they want someone to stand behind them.
You and your people, them are fuckery, you get me? Because no one can tell me otherwise. Because your name's not Nelson Mandela. You're not out here like Robin Hood.
That's what I'm saying. Me personally, I'm on some freedom fighter thing. Like, let's say
you're probably the same kind of twats that are Tifa Tesco, that are Tifa meal deal from Tesco, blood. waste, man, bro.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
In there shoplifting the people, them pork pies and them thing there. You know, I want to get down.
Yeah, man. And then you can't expect people to get behind that. You just can't, man. You can't expect people to put a defense behind things that are not pushing the community forward. Simple. Now I get people are vexed and all the rest of it and A, B, or C, but you can't. This is misplaced anger, and it's accountability as well. To a lot of you, I'm gonna keep it real, you know. To a lot of you single mothers, yeah, who have forcefully pushed out the father, you know, and the youths turn unruly. Take accountability. Take accountability. Because a lot of these men that are on road, they didn't do this from yesterday. This has been going on since you were vexed that the dad broke up with you, and now you've stopped him from seeing the youth and all that. And now it's the man's on the block who raised him. Now he's going country talking about, yo, I'm moving bits and all of this. Yeah, I got the thing on me and rare and all this. And he thinks that kind of life is cool. To them kind of mothers, take accountability.
Nah. What I've gone accustomed to seeing, Mark. A lot of people, and this is male and female, and everything in between, because I know people identify as first class stamps this nowadays, Tara. A lot of people aren't emotionally mature, you know.
Facts.
So you might have feelings of sadness, but in particular anger, and you don't know where to put it. So like Mark said, it's misplaced. You pull it anywhere, you pull it into everything and anyone, and you pull it on people who don't deserve it, and then the anger and the sadness grows, and then it leads to unresolved traumas, and then you put these on other people, and then you meet someone new and expect them to be able to fix your whole life. Nah, it not go so, man. Especially not with a single girl, you meet a new geezer, you expect him to fix your whole past traumatic relationships with men, starting with your father abandoning you or being pushed out of the house. No one ain't got time for that, man. You need to go learn how to meditate and go check a shrink, man. And have a conversation.
You know what they need to do, Stephen? Walk with grace. You know where that comes from? Wrong convo.
Which one?
That Pop the Balloon, the Jamaican one. I've been binging them.
Was it now? Find me where Jamaican blood.
Oh, what? No. They've got a Jamaican one, but that's what he says. Walk with grace.
I don't think that was the Jamaican one, because that youth was Canadian, fam. I know that Wasteman accent from anywhere, G.
The one with the locks.
That, hey, you're done, eh?
No. I'm on about a different thing. Yeah, I'm on about.
Fam. The host is a short geezer with locks, but the geezer who got cussed and got hit with the mic, he was Canadian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but what he does, I know we're coming off subject. Every time he eliminates someone, he says, walk with grace. Walk with grace. That's what he says every time. So, yeah, man, for me, going back to the matter at hand, it's crazy. And don't think a lot of these platforms as well, like ITV, a lot of these GB News and Talk Radio and things like that, they're happy to bring you, man, in to make you look silly as well, to put a defense up for that. Because even I seen Wretch 32 today, and he's like, yeah, the family need justice and all that. And I'm like, Wretch, I get what you're saying. If it was know what I mean?
Saw that. When you're talking about there's no trust in that.
He was saying there's no trust, yeah.
Ain't he the same geezer who snaked one of his brethren for a gal? Talking about trust.
I've you know me, so you know I don't follow them things, but I've heard that rumor, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just for me, nah, man. Man need to do better, and you gotta call these things out. Again, there's certain practices. Let's not pretend like a lot of our community, promote badmanism over anything else. You know what I mean? Like even right here in Brom, like I'll keep it 1,000. I don't take back no talk from nothing. But even right here in Brom, a lot of them big women that are talking about their community people and all of that, they was condoning this, talking about, yeah, my nephew's in a gang and all this kind of rubbish. That's what you were doing. That's what they were doing. Yeah, my nephew's in a gang, and if I ever call him, if you ever call him, he's only bad for black people, and this is what we're seeing now. We're seeing now a lot of these, man, they've only got strength for other black man. The black bad man, they're only bad for other black man. But as the white man comes in now, You see, man, stand up stiff, stand up tall, and
I saw it, boss. I was gonna move on my ways.
if you're a real, I'm telling man straight, if you're saying, yo, you see me, I'm gonna go on the up block and just make everything fly, and I got the thing on me and all of that. Do that with the feds then? You're a bad man, innit? Do that with the feds. You know, like them films where a man will say, yo, forget this, I ain't going back to, I'm gonna hold court in the street. If you man have really, this is what I'm trying to say. But as them man come in, man stand up tall, just like them clowns in Brom, where every black dance, you rush in the door, a man can't even break even his little money, making feds shut down the door, rush in the door, yeah, I'm a bad man from this place. But as you go to a little white wine bar, you queue, you take off your hat. You see what I'm saying? You stand up good.
Loafers.
Not for you, man. I'm telling you, man, a lot of you, man, you never lived through slavery, but you're carrying the same attitude. You're carrying the same ways. This is what I'm saying, man. And then this is how we end up here. I can't defend it. And if man don't like it, if man don't like what I'm saying, man ain't defending the community, hit the unsubscribe button, man.
Honestly, man couldn't give a fuck.
Don't care. Just hit the unsubscribe button and go to them Who Pays on the First Date podcast.
It's nothing to do with defending the community. It's nothing to do with community or not community. We don't have a community, man. We live in the poison world. You get me? It's a toxic ecosystem we live in. We don't have a community, and B, I don't care what color you are. I can't defend nonsense or fuckery, man.
Ever. And that's just it, Stephen. That's just it, man. So, folks, you already know what it is. Unfiltered, unbiased. It's the Express Truth Show. Making Thursdays great again. What are you saying, Stephen?
I'm saying, yo, that's all she wrote, man. Tell your girlfriend I said hello.
People.
Favorite podcast. We're gone, man.
We're gone. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. Head over to the Clips channel and subscribe. Immediately, man. We're out of here, people. It's the Express Truth. Now, 15 years ago in Birmingham, people, was a very, very different time to the Birmingham that we know today. Things got rough, people. Now, we were off the back of a lot of factories in the West Midlands closing. Now, these factories, people, were factories that a man's dad could go and work in. A man would finish school and go and work in there. A lot of people spent their entire career in this factory. So when this factory shut, it created a knock-on effect in some of the local Birmingham communities. A lot of people were out of jobs and a lot of people were desperate for money. Now, there was already a crime wave happening at the time. Street robbery was at an all-time high. Car theft was at an all-time high. B&E, which is the breaking and entering game, was at an all-time high. Even the West Midlands police, they couldn't control the city. Now, people used to rely on factory work. A lot of people were struggling to keep the lights on. That's how bad things got around this time. Now, there was one day that there was a conference. Now, this conference had came to Brum and they had put flyers all over the city and they were advertising a conference. Now, this conference aimed to teach you how to buy a property in just 4 hours. So it was teaching people in 4 hours how to buy and flip a property. Now, they were doing a special, and this special was £100. All you had to pay is £100 to go into this seminar and listen to this so-called property expert sell his course to you and allegedly teach you how to buy and flip a property.